I'm Sori.
And that's Marky.
And Salty.
So, we got the news about the big homie, Vinnie Paul. You guys know I had a hard time with the Cemetery Gates record because of the whole shit that went down with Dimebag and, you know, him getting killed while they were playing and Vinnie having to watch that. And then actually found out from a villager, actually. We just got done recording that other video. Mm-hmm. I looked at my phone. I was like, you were like, what? And I was like, nothing. So anyway, this is for the big homie Vinnie Paul. This is Cowboys from Hell. So, and we wanted to watch the official video because it's Dime and Vinnie kind of rocking together. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of what it's about, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so this is Cowboys from Hell. So I guess Pantera used to be like a glammy, like hair metal band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to be like a power metal band and all that shit. And I guess they heard Hell Awaits from Slayer or something like that. And then you're like, fuck, man, we need to, this is not what we want to do, you know?
Oh,
and
really?
Then, okay. Yeah. So I think this, correct me if I'm wrong, Pantera fans, but this was like their breakout. This is when they switched to being Pantera that we all know.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, that's interesting.
So I think this is a pretty historical song, actually, of theirs. So, Cowboys from Hell, Pantera, turn that shit up.
Well, I don't want to blast our ears. I will turn it up. We're trying a new thing with the headphones. We can experience it more fully.
See if this changes perspective for us.
Okay. And go.
Last time, and the drummer's thing. That vocal style is ridiculous.
Over the line, so we stand tall. Nobody touches us at all. Shout out, shoot out, spread fear up there without us. Living that attack, what's off the wheel? Spread the word throughout the land. They say, bad guys, we're black. We're tagging cancer, man. You see us coming, and you all together run for cover. We're taking over this town. Here it comes, reach for your gun, and you better listen well. My friend, you see, it's best now, down below. Aim at you, and the devil's a bell. Tears down, again we want. They talking no tall tales, but just I knew you're doomed. Jumping me out, with the devil's a bell. Sleep. Better not take it out on me, cause your sound is found where your city used to be. So out of the darkness and into the light, sparks fly everywhere inside from our double barrel 12 gauge. Can't lock me in your cage. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. We're taking over this town. Here we come, reach for your gun and you better listen well, my friend. You see,
Devil sounding, it's like perfect.
aim at you when the troubles are out. Tears down, yeah, we war. They talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew you're too coming me out with the Cowboys from Hell.
some good music. I liked it.
He, like, Dime, like, I never like really paid a lot of attention to these, probably because they were Southern.
Oh, yeah.
They had like this Southern like ethos and aesthetic to them, and I'm like, what the fuck do Southern people know about metal? You know, it's all country. It's all country. Like, you know, they had Confederate flags and stuff. I never cared about that. Like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, we were just talking to that guy about, like, I didn't care about that. It's just the presentation made me feel like these guys are from the South.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, like, Korn is from California, Metallica's from California, Rammstein's from Germany. But, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, these guys, but, like, and I slept on Dime a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like, I didn't think that this guy was a genius. I know we're supposed to be focused on Vinny, but Dime was like a...
So which one was which? I thought one was the guitarist and one's the...
So Dime was the guitarist. So he was the one with the...
Yeah, right here? Him?
Yeah, the one that makes all the screams with the guitar.
Yeah.
Like, that's Dime.
Okay, and then
the drummer...
Vinny is the drummer?
He's a drummer. So, like, he's the one that likes keeping the beat and carrying that shit.
They were really good. I can't believe they kept throwing themselves into the crowd like that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't trust people enough.
That's Phil Anselmo. Like, this is like... He was a good front man, but the hair, you know, I don't know if it was heroin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, he's still around, but he's not the same person.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's too bad.
He's just, you know, but they were like an all-star cast. Like,
oh, yeah.
I never, it's one of those things you don't really appreciate.
Well done.
And seriously, if he wasn't good, I would have just put it out there anyway and, like, you know, rest in peace, Vinny and all that. Like, I would.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But, like, the solo was like, the Domination solo, I think, was the best heavy solo I've heard from Dime. And obviously the Cemetery Gates one was just unbelievable, but, you know, it was for a slow, ballady type of song. This one was like, it was okay. You know, it wasn't like...
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that second half when they were like...
I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't let you go to a Pantera show.
Why? I just wouldn't want them to throw themselves over. I'd be like, no, not touching your sweaty body.
Well, this is when Phil weighed like 120 pounds, you know what I mean? Like, you can distribute that among like 30 people, I guess.
Yeah, I know, but I'd be afraid that people would miss if I was him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I would like to be standing back watching it happen because this is mad entertaining watching this. I was like, whoa. And it was like rough, like it just had like this.
But that was their...
So you're saying that before this, they had like this glam sort of.
Yeah.
Who was the? You guys are gonna hate me for this question.
Pantera fans were telling me that, and I was like, bullshit.
Which band was it where like they had like those leather pants and the hair, and I was like, what is this? And you were like, well, that was what they did. Who was that?
Well, Metallica went through a phase where they did that. Metallica went through a phase.
And that's considered glam. Or
glam was like makeup and shit and funny hair, and I
can't.
Somebody's got to get me a Pantera glam shot because I can't believe that they went there.
Because I don't believe it unless
and I don't think Phil was a singer. I think like they transitioned out of the guy. I don't know. I don't have a lot of Pantera history.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they were putting out the makeup energy, but now all of a sudden they're putting out this energy, they did a damn good job.
Well, this is obviously who they really were.
Yeah.
You know, like
trying to be something else.
There's a pic. Well, it's the record labels, you know. There is a picture of them in the bar, you know, Cowboys from Hell, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Oh well, I love it.
What do you think it's about?
I don't know. I only caught like a smidge of it. I was watching it. You know how it goes with me. But it was it sounded like that they were coming back to run the town. Cowboys from Hell.
Well, I think it was kind of like a fuck you, like, yes, we're Southern, but we have metal. We're fucking crush the metal scene. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of, I think Lamb of God is from, I'm not sure where they're from.
Had you heard this song before?
No, I never heard the song before.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, they figured it out. They're like, we can be metal and we can be southern. I don't know. Maybe they're because I know that there were rock and roll bands that were southern. But to me, when I had just got into metal, so I didn't know. I mean, I barely know anything about metal now. But at the time, I'm like, these fucking guys are like hillbillies. Like, what the hell do they know about
honestly, if I was in the metal world, I would have probably wanted to dismiss them as well. You know what I mean? Unless I heard them, then I'd be like, oh, okay.
But can you imagine like being from the South and being like, yes,
yeah,
fucking Cowboys, they embraced it. Like,
yeah,
we're Cowboys from hell.
Yeah,
because gotta put the hell in there.
Yeah, it's metal.
It's metal. But everybody's like, oh, he's up there playing with his brother. Watch all. But when you're down here, it's like hell,
right?
So it's rock and roll,
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the big homie, Vinnie Paul. Inshallah is in the Ain soap with his brother, For dos, inshallah. All right, so let's actually go to the lyrics. Under the lights where we stand tall, nobody touches us at all.
Showdown, shootout, spread fear within without.
Well, that's an interesting line, though. We stand tall and nobody touches us when we're on stage.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, considering what ended up happening to him.
Well, yeah, but I also think like a lot of artists and musicians are kind of like outcasts until they, attain that, especially rock and roll, when they attain that status where,
yeah,
like remember we saw the Maynard interview?
Yep.
When he was like, he looked like a little kid and he had like that defensive posture and it was like a little teenage girl that was interviewing him and he was all like, and then at the end he was like, how did I do? And she's like, oh, you did great. Like, now he's like the all-powerful Maynard James Keenan, But so, maybe it's like that, like you become a completely different person under the lights of the stage. Like you become this untouchable.
Everything changes you in ways, so I'd assume when you're up there and people are freaking...
I've been on a stage in front of bunches of people. It doesn't really change me.
Yeah, I know, but they're up there like basically getting worshipped.
Right.
People are screaming their names and wanting their I can't even think of the word. They want their signature, their autographs, all over. I was gonna say autobiography. I'm like, that's not the word.
Showdown. Shootout.
They freak out if they get one touch from you or a pick or.
Yeah, showdown, shootout. That's that good like Western aesthetic,
Yeah, the showdown and the shootout.
Yeah, we're gonna take what's ours to have, spread the word throughout the land. They say the bad guys wear black, we're tagged and can't turn back.
Oh, that's
like the Western. The Western. Remember that one Western movie that we saw? And the lead bad guy was wearing black and he had a black hat and all that shit.
Oh, the only one I can remember is the one we watched, Purgatory.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Julia Roberts' brother. What's his name? Julia Roberts' brother. That's his name. Yeah, the black, whatever. Yeah. So it's like really combining like that Western thing with the metal, but you see
it's true. I never realized that in the Westerns people are usually wearing brown.
Yeah, brown. they're kind of like bad, but the black. That guy, he's a bad motherfucker. He's like the lead guy. And then fucking John Wayne would show up with the white hat,
I don't think I ever saw John Wayne.
Yeah, but
I'm sure I did.
So like it's the idea like Pantera is like galloping into your city while you're on their steeds of metal, and you see us coming. Yeah. And you all together run for cover.
We're taking over this town.
I'm just blown away by the lead singer's voice.
Is that when he does that devil thing?
Oh. Like, it's amazing to me that the guy that did this track also did Cemetery Gates.
Yeah.
Like, the vocal range is insane. So anyway, I chose this song because what I did was I said I put in Vinnie Paul's favorite Pantera song. And it showed me this thing on Google, and then I clicked, and Cowboys from Hell. So this is how we ended up finding this song.
That's a good way to find it.
Yeah,
I can totally see why this is. And this must have been in the prime of their game to feel like, look, we're coming into town.
Especially if I'm right, like that would mean that this was the record that they did when they were transitioning from that bullshit that they were doing before. Which, you know what? I actually want to hear some of those songs because I guarantee
Me too.
I guarantee it was some. It's still some good shit as far as like Dime goes as a guitarist. Like I'd want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shoot out! Shoot out!
Here we come, reach for your gun, and you better listen well, my friend, you'll see. You know what? The lyrics they're kind of corny in a sense.
Well, no, I think this one is really smart.
Which one?
I think this is a double entendre.
Which one?
Here we come, reach for your gun, you better listen well, my friend, you see it's a pistol down below.
Oh, I don't get it.
It's a pistol down below. They're going into a town.
Yeah.
And his pistol is down below. Down below. Down below.
Are you serious?
Pillage the village.
Oh.
I mean, think about what rock stars do when they go into a town.
That's true.
Like when the rock star goes into a town, that's why a lot of these guys are having confrontations. That's why it's talking about like having confrontation with dudes. Because, you know, reach for your gun because my pistol's down below.
Oh,
you know?
boy. Yep.
And then it says, deed is done, again we've won. I mean, I get it. Like, you can say shootout in one sense, but, you know, it's like, you know,
and usually when
is that your bitch? You know, like that type. It's that type of thing, like, you know. So.
And when they would pillage a town, I mean, that's what.
That's pillage the village. That's
right.
That's the connotation.
Yeah.
Like you coming in on your horses and you're, you know. I actually first heard that phrase from James Hetfield.
Oh, really? Why?
He was talking about touring life, and he's like, you know, just go and pillage the village. You know, like
he did.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're a rock star. I mean,
okay.
You don't even have to be a rock star to pillage a village. But can you imagine being a rock star? Like the access to. So I think that the thing about the gun thing is a double entendre. Mm-hmm. Reach for your gun.
Oh, I think
because it's
right.
a pistol down below. You know.
For some reason, I just didn't think that's what they were saying.
Ain't talking no tall tales, friend. Cause high noon, your doom coming for you. We're the Cowboys from hell. Trash the scene. Better not take it out on me. See, like, I'm gonna go and wreck your village. I'm gonna sleep with your girl and do all this shit. But don't take it out on me. Don't be mad at me.
Because a ghost town is found where your city used to be.
Yeah. Like, you're just gonna completely wreck the city because Pantera showed up. What happened to this wonderful city? You see the fucking, what do you call that thing?
Oh, no, you can't think of tumbleweed.
What happened to this awesome metropolis?
This
awesome metropolis. This boys from Pantera showed up and now it's a ghost town.
They wrecked here this village of ours.
Where your city used to be, set out of the darkness and into the light. Sparks fly everywhere in sight from my double barrage 12 gauge.
Good Lord.
Can't lock me in your cage. I just think that he just wanted gauge and cage to rhyme. I don't really think there's anything significant about that. You know, like, who's trying to lock him in a cage? I mean, you're a fucking rock star. What are you talking about, boss? Yeah, I think that's it. But I think it's a bunch of guys in their 20s, you know, jumping around with like infinite supplies of energy. And booze, and you can kind of tell their personalities from the, you know, I could tell Phil felt, you know, and then Dime was just. You saw him like playing with the crowd and stuff. Vinny was telling a story.
They kept throwing themselves. That was the part that was like making me because you know what? I've done work with teenagers, and to me, like these people reminded me of like that teenage group of people. Teenagers are hilarious. Well, you know when they're not your own. Because they're just like, you see their personalities are really like kind of flowering into something different, like they're changing, they're coming into themselves, but they're still uncomfortable. But like these people, when they were like doing it, they just seemed like they had the energy, the fun that we're gonna like, I don't know, it was cute. I liked it. I appreciated it a lot. Probably people are upset that I would be saying it's cute, but
cute? What do you mean?
No,
cute.
It was definitely heavy, and I liked the metal was good, and it was strong feeling and stuff. But like they all look so young that it was just, I don't know, it was cute.
Yeah, Vinny was telling the
I can
story.
picture my brother.
It was actually, I think it was like the show before Dime died, where they were in this town and they were in Las Vegas, I think, and then Vinny wanted to go to the casino and all that shit. And Dime was like, man, I really want to like crush this tour, so I'm actually gonna go to the Las Vegas thing. And actually, I think it was also the security. They were one of the security team that actually ended up dying. So Vinny and the security guy went to Vegas to go, party or whatever. And Dime was actually going to stay back, which is not characteristic of him. And then, so Vinny, they came back from Vegas and they jump on the bus and there's like 20 people in there and Dime is in the middle of it partying and all that shit.
What?
And Vinny's like, the fuck, man? You said you didn't come because you... He's like, yeah. And Vinny was like, I don't remember any of these people. And I've like, not remember, like I've never seen any of these people in my life. And Dime goes, yeah, man, it's just... They saw me and they said they wanted to party and I couldn't let them down, so he had them all on the bus party.
Oh my gosh!
Like that's it, and they all laughed and started partying, and it's just like that's how they were, like
yep.
Like when you see him like playing guitar with the crowd, like that's how he is.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't part of the show.
Yeah, I've heard like some people. We were talking about this on the drive, where like some people are like, oh, I got disappointed by.
Yeah.
And to me, and you were saying like,
can't somebody have a bad day?
Yeah. What if you
imagine if you had to do a show on a day where you just felt like it was a bad day?
Yeah.
And then all these people are like crowding around you, trying to get your signature and get, and you're like, yo, man.
It seems to me like like, from all intents and purposes, like Dime was that those two brothers were. Because they're brothers, Dime and Vin.
Accessible people.
Yeah, they had like a 25 year career, never had a bad day with a fan at least.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's insane.
Did shoot. Oh, wasn't there a show that we were watching one time on one of those live videos, and like I think like a fan like jumped up on the stage or something, and like I thought I remember them like getting the person off the stage really quickly. I've seen times where they didn't, they'll hug the person and let them sing or whatever, but I feel like that they got the person, like here they are like throwing their bodies into the crowd for people to like.
Slipknot's like that too. Slipknot, like they crowd surf while they're singing.
For you do something like that, I'd be like, no way, they didn't wash their hands.
No, there are other reasons I wouldn't let you crowd surf. Sorry. I was watching an interview with the girl from Arch Enemy, the new girl, and she was like, yeah, I'd like to crowd surf, but I don't want to get molested, she said. Yeah, but this is I'm surprised, because I was fully preparing myself to say I didn't like the song, but shout out to Vinny and they always seem to like end songs like better than they started them. Like the same thing happened like guitar wise with Domination. Like the second half of that song, you like the entire song. For me, the second half of the song just like crushed it.
Yeah. Like
especially like it seems like the solo is like a marker for Dimebag, where he just goes, look, I'm just gonna go ballistic after this solo and like change. Like once you get used to the rhythm, you go, okay. Like he changes it. Like it's still there, but it's different. He adds a little bit different progressions and stuff to it. Like, man, a lot of people were saying that these guys saved metal.
Saved metal?
Yeah. So I want to know what the hell was going on.
I know,
because Metallica, Slayer, they were all out. So I don't know,
so
like, what are you talking about? Yeah. They saved metal. So I'd like to hear that. And it's a good send-off. I feel better than I expected myself to feel. Probably because it's like Cemetery Gates was kind of like just fucking over the top.
Yeah, it's interesting because you feel better, but I feel actually worse because when I was watching it, I forgot everything that was going on. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like, as this review is like kind of coming to a close, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is so freaking sad. Like, That's why I don't watch anything like from Robin Williams, like, cause I can't watch it,
Yeah, it's so crazy to me, like, being a human being, man.
I think about it a lot, like, the Christian idea of that when we get to heaven, like when we're all actually there's going to be like a feast and we're all going to basically party together. It's so crazy because people think we're going to party in hell, but actually it's in heaven that there's going to be a huge feast and
the best wine.
Yeah,
it says.
and I mean, Jesus probably makes the best wine since he, he's probably going to pull out one of those miracles again.
It says aged wine. He probably went up there a couple millennia ago and started aging the wine.
And if feeling sick is only something that happens here, then we're gonna be able to like just drink.
It's Jenna, so you can. It's Jenna, so you can drink to your heart's content. You'll be all right.
But I think about my family. A lot of our functions always were around food. Like there was never a function where there wasn't food. Maybe that's why I like food so much. But I think about that like that's one of the things about Christian theology that I really like is that, okay, like we're going to be around a table, like what that's going to be like to sit around the table with all of God's children or whatever you want to call it and like share a meal and talk and like know that there's no, cause we always have this idea, like we always have this kind of thought, this nagging thing in the back of your head that, this isn't always going to be like this. Like somebody's going to die, somebody's going to, all the people that right now, 10 years from now, somebody could be missing, whatever. But like, it's like crazy to think that at that point, when we're at that feast, there will not be one thought of, okay, we're all going to get separated because that's not the case anymore.
Only going to get closer.
Right.
Well, and of course, our understanding of heaven and the afterlife is not that dime is, if you wanted a relationship with God. It's not that dime is going to be up there like, I'm all holy. Like, he's still going to be Dime.
Right.
And he's still going to be a musician.
Right.
And he's still going to be expected to be a musician.
Right.
And he's not going to be like a classical musician either.
Right.
Right? Because there's still cultural distinctions in the afterlife according to the Bible. Mm-hmm. And so, like, there's going to be like a whole group of metalheads like playing like the most amazing shit, but he's going to be like, Cowboys from heaven. It's so interesting. People get very theological when people die. It's like, rest in peace, and I'll see you up there. And
I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know if he wanted a relationship with God when he was here. I don't know that, but.
Well, but like it's just interesting to me how the metal community is kind of like the prodigal son. Like. The one that the religious people would point the finger at and go, they don't know anything about God and blah blah blah, and everybody's taking it really hard. Shout out to my boy Jay. I know Jay's taking it really really hard.
Yeah. Keep
your head up, Jay. Like Jay was like the guy he heard about it at work. He started crying at work, and Vinnie Paul was one of the guys that inspired him to play. So. Yeah. So my understanding of theology and the afterlife and what's going to happen is that we were told to take dominion over the earth, and part of that means create music, and so musicianship will continue, and so he's not going to get assigned an engineer's job
or floating from cloud to cloud
or floating from cloud to cloud, whatever bullshit people think is going to happen.
Only harps are allowed.
Yeah, like I think I'm going to get like some assignment that like makes it so I can still read. and still like explore and find shit out, and scientists are going to be able to like all that shit you were talking about with quantum physics is going to be like, bang, here you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's going to be all, and
yeah.
So it's just going to be better and better, and anyway, that's our perspective on life and the afterlife. I think these people, the human spirit is just too significant to disappear into nothingness. Like, I don't believe it. So.
I agree.
Oh, you're gonna have a hard time convincing me otherwise. What do you give the song?
I'm giving it a 10.
It's a 10. You're being emotional. I give it an 8.
It's a 10.
It's not like a...
I had fun with it.
I know you had fun. I had fun with it too.
I had fun with it.
It's an 8 for me. I think Domination was better than this song.
You do?
The one they did in Russia where they're fucking da-da-da.
Yeah, but like...
But you're very easy to please though. What?
I can't say that now. In another one.
Oh, you could say that.
No, I'm not putting that out there yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's not putting it out there.
Nope.
Just for my ears.
Yep. I'll let you guys know at some point. All right.
All right. So shout out to the big homie Vinnie Paul. Shout out to the big homie Dimebag Daryl. Shout out to the big homie Jay. Keep your head up, big boy. All the Pantera fans that love this dude, man. You know, hey, we're all in it together. Metal community. Let's do it. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.
Oh,